Jinx, the loose cannon, is one of League of Legends' most popular characters. She's graced the silver screen as one of the main characters on the animated show Arcane, one of the strongest AD carries in the meta. But here's a question, which of her 10 skins is the best? I'm going to be taking each one of Jinx's skins and putting them on this tier list, rating each one of these skins so that you know if you get one of these as a skin shard out of a chest or if you get it mystery gifted by a friend, just how lucky you should feel. Starting at the top, the highest rank is must own. These are ones that all League of Legends players should probably own for this champion, regardless if you play them or not. The next tier, real mains own these skins. That's obviously for real mains of the champion. If you're a Jinx main and you don't own these skins, what the hell are you even doing? The buy if it's on sale tier, that's for when the discounted shop comes up in your client and you see this skin there. Hey, it's worth buying, it's not that bad. The spare orange essence tier, hey, you got this skin shard, maybe from a box or an honor drop. It's worth getting if you got the extra orange essence lying around. If you spend any sort of real money on this skin, you are a sucker. The tier list will be based on factors like the cost, whether it's a seasonal skin, and how many bells and whistles it comes with. First up on the list, we got Ambitious Elf Jinx. This is obviously a holiday themed skin, so that gives it a few extra points, but it's also not as versatile. Another advantage of the Ambitious Elf skin is that it's got a lot of really cool animations, and it's also a legacy skin, which means you can't always get it. It's a little bit more rare, so maybe you might want to get it. The cost is also not very bad, 1350 RP, pretty standard middle of the road, and for everything that you get with this skin, including all of the cool recall animations and animations on the abilities, that's a pretty good deal. I feel like this is kind of a middle of the road skin. It could go anywhere from real mains own to only if you got the orange essence, but I think the rareness of the skin is what puts it right in the buy if it's on sale. It's not available that often, so it's worth buying. Next up, we have Odyssey Jinx, a skin out of a pretty new skin line, the Odyssey line. I'm gonna be honest, I personally don't really like this line. I get what it was going for, the intergalactic space travel, but it just didn't resonate with me. Her abilities look kind of cool, and she does have a nice, funny recall animation where Malphite pokes his head through, but some of the animations are kind of ugly, and I don't really think this skin is all that in a bag of chips. It is priced pretty fairly at 1350 RP, but is it that great? I don't know. Honestly, for me, this one kind of deserves to go at the bottom. Some people might be fine getting it gifted to them, but I personally wouldn't get it. Next up is Crime City Jinx, formerly known as Flapper Girl Jinx. This is an older skin, released back in 2013, and it honestly holds up really well given how cheap it is. She doesn't really have animation changes on her abilities, but her recall is awesome, that she turns the rocket into a giant bottle of champagne that she pops and rides up. And honestly, given how iconic the skin is, it really deserves to be ranked up at the top among her best skins. Ultimately, I'm going to put it in the real mains own, but it is very, very close to being must own. Next up, we have Project Jinx from the incredibly popular Project skin line. This is one of the more recent additions, and as you would expect, a very futuristic look. All the bells and whistles on the animations, the abilities look super cool, there's a really nice recall animation, and it's priced pretty fairly at 1350 RP. All that being said, and as much as I do like the Project skin line in general, it is still worth buying, but I wouldn't spend full price on it. If it's on sale, by all means grab it. Next up, Heartseeker Jinx. It is one of the Valentine's themed skins. It's very recent. It is honestly one of Jinx's cuter skins. It's got, again, really nice recall animations, decent effects on her abilities, and again, like all the others, priced pretty fairly, but the fact that it is a Valentine skin and one from a less popular skin line does hold it back a little. Ultimately, I'm putting this one in the spare orange essence tier. I think if you've got the orange essence, it's worth getting. It has the bells and whistles, but it's not worth spending money on. Then we come to Firecracker Jinx, another iconic skin, a Lunar New Year celebration skin, and an older one, released back in 2010. And honestly, for an older skin, it really holds up quite well. The firework animation and effect on her abilities is awesome. The recall is top-notch. Everything is just solid. Honestly, given how well it's priced and how iconic it is a must-own. I think that if you are a League of Legends player and you can get your hands on the Firecracker skin, get it. Next skin we have is Arcane Jinx. This is obviously released in concert with the animated series. There's really not a whole lot here. It doesn't have any really cool effects or any homages to the show itself. It looks a lot like the base skin, but it was given out as part of an event, so it's kind of fun. And it's also only 975 RP, making it one of Jinx's cheapest skins. Having said that though, going just by what is available with this skin, I gotta put it towards the bottom. I had higher expectations for the skin given how good Arcane was. I'll put it in the spare orange essence tier. Then we have Zombie Slayer Jinx, part of the Legacy Zombie Slayer skin line. The Mad Max feel is honestly something that resonates with me, but it's not really that impressive. The animations on her abilities and her recall are not great. It's still priced at 1350 RP, which to me just kind of feels like it's a little bit much for something that basic. Now, I like the skin and skin line a bit more than most, but I really can't justify putting it any higher than middle tier. I'm going to put it in the if you get the spare orange essence tier. And then we have the Star Guardian Jinx skin. Obviously, this is the most expensive Jinx skin. This is one of her highest tier skins and comes with all the bells and whistles to boot. New animations on all her abilities, a great recall, and honestly, the effects and the skin on her, it's just absolutely perfect. It might be very pricey, but this skin justifies that high cost. And so even though this is a costly skin, I'm actually going to put it in the must-own tier. I know it's expensive, but this might not only be Jinx's best skin, but one of the best Star Guardian skins. And there you have it, the tier list ranking every single one of Jinx's skins, except for the Battle Cat Jinx skin, which just came out. For some reason, the tier maker wouldn't put it in there, but if it had to get a tier ranking, I will put that in the buy if it's on scale tier. It's a good skin, but I think that it's just sort of mid right now. But let me know what you guys think. Which skin is your favorite of Jinx's, and which skin is ranked too high or too low? If you like this content, please go ahead and give it a like. That lets me know to keep doing stuff like this, and I will catch you next time.